a peach?
Or a coconut?
Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about the concept about peach versus
Coconut. What does peach and coconut theory mean?
it's a cultural metaphor to identify the people, which country and what kind of person is he or she. And let's find out who are coconut people and who are peach people.
Peach people are from mostly like tropical countries and warm countries like Sri Lanka, Brazil, and also USA.
Yes, it's not only tropical, but it's different type of people who are really friendly on outside, really like warm and talkative, and inside they are hardcore on inside.
Coconut people are exactly the opposite. They are really hard from the outside, but in the inside they're really soft and
like coconut and peach, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard to crack the coconut, but when you get into the inside, it's so
really
sweet.
Sweet and soft. Yeah.
Yes. When we started our relationship, we saw many differences between us because we come from different, like peach country and a coconut country.
And I met her and we came together. I saw everything what the peach is, you know, like sweet, talkative, and smiling, welcoming. And she brights up the room, you know, but from the inside, like really strong and hard, you know, and for me it was opposite, right?
Yes, exactly. First, I thought a little bit more cold and like hard to be friendly
And
with
distance.
him, more keeping the distances. But when you get to know the person with the time, he's really so sweet inside, like coconut. We'll talk about the differences between peach people and coconut people now. About the openness to the strangers. I think as peach people, we are really open and even inviting home right away. But as coconut people,
For us it's completely opposite, you know. Even though we have neighbors, we are keeping the distances. When we get to know, like example in work, the co-workers more and more over years, we became really loyal and stick to them. But it needs for us really long time to build these connections and deeply roots to understand and trust the people.
and also it goes to emotional connections and boundaries. I think we are really get to know people easily and like make friends. And in one out, I can get to know 5 people and
Crazy.
become friends.
Crazy.
But he needs really time in order to get to know each other
Yeah.
and become friends, you know. The people who are coming from abroad, like to here, it's hard to make connections with German people. It's not because they are really mean or cold, it's because that's how they are. It's really coconut. You time, they will open up to you.
Yeah. Talking now about myself, you know, it's how to tell. We need long time to trust people and do also some activities with them, like a night out and drink a little bit. Like this, and once you reach this step, I think you're really good to go. And
there's also a huge difference in the communication style. We try to be really polite and I think indirect mostly and try to keep this harmony. But in opposite, coconut people are, I think, direct.
the German culture, I think, is also like the weather here. Cold, you know. We direct, we're talking just roughly points. Sometimes it's too blunt or too hurting and you think like, is he a robot or?
Yeah, especially I think in the workplace, giving feedback part. It was so hard for me to get a critique. We are always criticized really softly. But I saw huge difference here.
Yeah.
And Germans are giving feedback directly, but there's nothing personal at the end.
Talking the facts. And I think for peach people, the tone is also really important.
Yes.
And the German tend to have this monotone and harsh tone, which leads even if they say hello, many people understand like, oh, this is so not nice, you know?
Yeah, let's talk about now social etiquette. For us, being friendly is a must. Casual friendliness seems as respectful. I was dealing with maybe German professors or something. I was seen as being fake.
They see it as they don't take you for full, you know? Because you're too friendly, they think like, okay, she's playing something or she's faking something to be likable so much or lovable. But yeah, that's not the case at all, you know? And we always think like, why he's so nice, you know? We always have this suspicious feeling like, what is he up to? What does he want to do with that? And why is he doing like this?
One time I literally had to explain to a professor that I'm not being fake to get more marks or something. We are like this. We are always smiling and like talking like this, you know? It's come naturally to us, you know? Talk about the conflict handling. We prefer harmony over conflicts, you know, like we don't talk directly maybe how we really feel, you know. In the opposite, Germans are really direct and they don't keep things inside, they just tell you directly.
Yep.
After all,
we think like no hard feelings, you know?
yeah, people are more comfortable addressing issues than our people. And I think overall, after we talk about these differences, I want to tell this difference doesn't mean one is better and one is bad. No. I think because in your perspective also, our things will be bad, you know? But it's just different.
Cultures and
especially in relationships, you have to understand what does that person mean, that, you know, maybe it doesn't mean bad things, you know.
It comes down to understand your partner and the culture behind it. It's all about cultural intelligence and understand the culture and everything. Like in Germany, we tend to, in authorities and buses and everywhere, we tend to be silent and locked up. But many people assume that silence is rudeness, or chill on a long drive with somebody and he's not talking. And he's like, what is going on?
Yes,
why is talking? And talking is for us also like...
It's a vibe.
Vibing, no?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When we are in the relationship, we try to use the phrase, what does that mean in your culture? Because then it helps us to like understand the perspective, phrases or something. It doesn't mean other person's culture also, the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
It helps you to understand the other perspective with that phrase.
What helped me to have her in my life is like, she's a peach and she's warm, and I see from her to be more open to these factors, like embrace the warmness and smile more and talk maybe also more, you know, and more aware of these points and not locking up every time, you know.
Now me, the other hand, I learned you can be direct and also be nice at the same time. Quality friends over quantity. Learn from you also much more. And at the end, it's not about we are changing our fruit. Like I'm not turned into a coconut and he's not turned into a peach. It's about we become more flavorful with the different characteristics. He is a coconut and I am the peach, and we make a cocktail like pina colada, you know. So that's all what we want to bring. I hope and we hope this video might help you to understand German people, if you are Sri Lankan or from a peach country, and the other round. And not criticize so much about that people.
Don't mislead or don't interpret friendliness and oversharing or laughing as a like suspiciousness, and it's like, what is he up to? What does he have to do with it? All right.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.